Welcome back to my channel, Books and Beaches. I realized in my first video, I never introduced myself. My name is Amber. During the school year, I work at a middle school. I'm a technology coach here in Appleton, Wisconsin. So welcome. I thought the best topic today, fitting for my channel, would be to give you some of the best beach reads to tackle this summer. Typically, when you think of beach reads, you probably think of something fluffy or light, lovey-dovey, and that may be true. And I definitely have a few here in my piles that'll be under that category. But for me, I think a good beach read is just something that has a really engaging story. So I have a couple different topics of books or genres of books that I'm going to show you today that I think would make excellent beach reads for this summer. All right, starting out, I think I'll start out with the light and fluffy stuff, and I do have several here. I don't think you can go wrong with a Nicholas Sparks book. I am a huge Nicholas Sparks fan. I have all of his books. They're actually in my other room in order by how they came out, but this is probably one of my favorites other than his newest one, which I don't have right now because one of my coworkers is borrowing it. But Safe Haven is a fantastic Nicholas Sparks book. To give you a little bit of a preview, when a mysterious young woman named Katie appears in the small North Carolina town Southport, her sudden arrival raises questions about her past. Beautiful yet self-effacing, Katie seems determined to avoid forming personal ties until a series of events draws her in to two reluctant relationships, one with Alex and his two children, and another with Joe. I'm going to leave it at that. The nice thing about this one is if it is a really interesting book to you, you can always go on Netflix and watch the movie. I believe it's still there. So, Nicholas Sparks for sure. Another fabulous author, Abby Jimenez. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize if I'm not. I think she's got 3 or 4 books out now. I've got them all somewhere in here. This is one of the first ones. This is part of I believe there's a trilogy with these ones, The Friend Zone. This one is about a girl who meets her best friend's fiance's best friend, and things ensue. So fantastic read, and then I highly suggest kind of going through the trilogy. And then her newest one, which actually I believe is right up here, not related to the trilogy, but still really fantastic. Quick, easy, great read. Same thing, anything with Jennifer Weiner, you can't go wrong. Total summer reads. I mean, summer's even in the cover in this one. This one is great. This one actually had a little bit of a hook to it too. It says, Daisy Schumacher can't sleep. With a thriving cookie business, full schedule of volunteer work, and a beautiful home in the Philadelphia suburbs, she should be content. But her teenage daughter is rebelling, her husband can be distant, and her work can feel trivial, and she's lost the only friend she's ever had. Still, Daisy knows she's got it good, so why is she up all night? Excellent read. And actually, I think over on my shelves here, I have her newest one called That Summer. So that'll probably be on my beach reads. Oh, these ones. Can you go wrong with a Colleen Hoover book for the beach? Probably not. This one, oh, my heart. And one of her newest ones, fantastic. I can't say enough good things about Colleen Hoover, and she's even got Verity, which totally runs on the opposite spectrum of most of her more lovey-dovey books, but I don't think you could go wrong with picking a Colleen Hoover book. Oh, this one too. I could just hug this book. Oh. Christina Lauren is actually an author duo that write together, and Love in Other Words is probably my favorite that they have ever written. Everyone needs an Elliot in their life, and I don't even want to give too much away. This book is fantastic. Pick it up for your beach read. All right, just shifting gears a little bit. Like I said, my channel is going to be a little bit different, and I'm going to take you in all different places. So if you're looking for something that is a great beach read but hooks you into the story more so than being light and fluffy, I've got a couple thrillers for you. Behind Her Eyes. Now, this one became a little bit more popular because I do believe Netflix came out with a series about this book, but this is twisty and turny and had me completely in awe at the end of the book. If you read it or you've read it, let me know. No spoilers for those that haven't read it yet, but this book had me blindsided. It's crazy, and I think that's all I need to say. Another great one, Simone St. James. This book was fantastic. Ghosts, boarding schools, you name it, this book's got it. Fantastic, fantastic read. The story hooked me in. I was gripped, I was scared. Everything I want in a book that's gonna engage me, and I think for a beach read, that's awesome. Although, you may not always wanna read this one at night. Another one that I don't have on hand right now, because I do have a friend that's borrowing it, but I'll pop a picture right up here, is Anything by Riley Sager. But my favorite one by far is The Last Time I Lied. Highly, highly engaging book. I think this one is perfect for summer and the beach, because this one actually happens at a summer camp and they're on the lake. So it's got those elements of that'll wrap you up in the summer, but still a fantastic mystery. A girl actually goes back to work at the camp that she went to as a child, where some girls disappeared. So I'll leave it at that, but fantastic, fantastic read, and Riley Sager is definitely an auto-buy author for me. The last little bit of suggestions I have for you are more on the historical fiction side of things. Like I said, I don't think a beach read needs to be something light and fluffy. It can be something that's just engaging. And the two that I have here were super engaging for me. One I haven't even read yet, but it's an author, super engaging. So first of all, Taylor Jenkins Reid. Fantastic, fantastic author. I can't wait for her new one to come out this year. But The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is probably my favorite book that she's written thus far. This one follows 7 different perspectives of this Evelyn Hugo's, all of the different people that she's married. It is fantastic. It's gripping. You can't believe some of the different, let's say, lives that she's lived, and super engaging book that I think would be great to read on the beach. And then last but not least is this one. Now, this is the very first, or the most recent, that Chanel Cleeton has released. I actually haven't read this one yet, so this is going to be a beach read for me this summer, but I think any of her novels would be fantastic, fantastic beach reads. A lot of her novels are either based in Cuba or based on characters that are moving from Cuba to the United States, and it's a very interesting time period that I don't think it's focused on a lot. So we're used to seeing, more World War II, historical fiction, things like that. So these ones kind of focus on when people started coming to America from Cuba, and the reasons that they were leaving with Fidel Castro and all of those things. So this one is my beach pick that I'm going to be picking up this year. And then actually this one is focused in Spain instead of Cuba. So I can't wait to see the twist that she has in here, because I do believe she's got 4 other ones. This was her 5th one that came out. So that is everything I have for you today. I hope you find some great beach picks. If you have some recommendations, leave them below. I would love to find other things that I want to read this summer. I have a ton on my to-be read list, but I am always open to suggestions. What is your favorite thing to read at the beach or on the water? Perfect summertime reads. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. I can't wait to interact with you, and I'll see you guys next time.